Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Arinda Putri Arimbi. I'm from English department. I made the video to fill phonology final test about I want explain about prosodic and supramental, stress word, tone, pitch, intonation, and language. The first, prosodic and supramental. Prosodic is the study of all the elements of language that contribute toward acoustic and rhythmic effects, chiefly in poetry but also in prose. Prosody was the study of metre and the use in lyric, epic, and dramatic verse. The term prosody is sometimes used as synonym only for intonation. Intonation is one instance of a range of phenomena properly known as prosody, which we use as synonym from supramental. Intonation being part of it, prosodic features are said to be supramental, since they are properties of unit of speech rather than the individual segment. It is necessary to distinguish between the personal background characteristics that belong to individual voice, for example, their habitual pitch range, and the independently variable prosodic features that are used constantly to communicate meaning. For example, the use of change in pitch to indicate the difference between statements and questions. Personal characteristics are not linguistic significant. Prosodic dan supramental adalah studi tentang semua elemen yang berkontribusi terhadap akustik efek berirama. Istilah prosodi kadang-kadang digunakan sebagai sinonim hanya untuk intonasi. Intonasi hanyalah salah satu contoh dari serangkaian fenomena dikenal sebagai prosody. Prosody yang digunakan sebagai sinonim untuk supramental. Fitur prosodic dikatakan supramental karena mereka adalah sifat dan unit bicara lebih besar dari segmen individu. Perlu untuk membedakan antara pribadi, karakteristik, latar belakang yang dimiliki oleh suara individu. Misalnya tentang rentang nada kebiasaan. Dan fitur prosodic variabel independen yang digunakan kontras untuk mengkomunikasikan makna. Misalnya penggunaan perubahan nada untuk mewujudkan perbedaan antara pernyataan dan pertanyaan. Next is stress word definition. In linguistics and particular phonology, stress or accent is the relative emphasis or prominence given to a certain syllable in a word or to a certain word in a phrase or sentence. That emphasis is typically caused by such properties as increased boldness and vowel length, full articulation of the vowel, and change in tone. Definisi adalah dalam linguistik dan khususnya fonologi, tekanan atau aksen adalah penekanan relatif atau keuntungan yang diberikan kepada suku kata tertentu dalam sebuah kata atau kata-kata tertentu dalam sebuah frasa atau kalimat. Penekanan kata biasanya disebabkan oleh sifat-sifat seperti peningkatan kenyaringan dan panjang vokal, artikulasi vokal penuh, dan perubahan nada. Perubahan nada. B. Word start rules. There are two very simple rules about stress. The first, one word has only one stress. One word cannot have two stress. If you hear two stresses, you hear two words. Two stresses cannot be one word, it is true that there can be a secondary stress in some word, but a secondary stress is much smaller than the main primary stress, and is only used in long words. Aturan stress word, ada dua aturan yang sangat sederhana, yaitu yang pertama, suatu kata hanya ada satu tekanan. Satu tekanan tidak dapat memiliki dua tekanan tidak bisa menjadi satu kata. Benar bahwa mungkin ada stres sekunder dalam beberapa kata, tapi tekanan sekunder jauh lebih kecil daripada tekanan primer dan hanya digunakan dalam kata yang panjang. Second, we can only stress word, not consonant. Yang kedua, hanya dapat menekankan vokal bukan konsonan. Here are some more rather complicated rules that can you understand to put the stress, but don't rely on the too much because there are many expressions. It's better to try feel the music of language and add the stress naturally. A stress on first syllable. First is present, second export, three China, and B is stress on the last syllables. An example is first decide, second begin. Next. Second, tone. Tone in linguistics, a variation in the pitch of the vowel of the voice while speaking. The word tone is usually applied to those language, called tone language, in which pitch serve to help distinguish for word and grammatical categories. AI, in which pitch characteristics are used to differentiate one word from another word that is otherwise identical in its sequence of consonants and vowels. For example, man in Mandarin Chinese may mean either decisive or slow, depending on this pitch. There are two main types of tone language, register tone or level tone language and counter tone language. Register tone language use tone that are level. They have relative steady state pitch which differ with regard to being relatively higher or lower. Yang kedua, nada. Dalam linguistik, variasi nada suara saat berbicara, kata nada biasanya diterapkan pada bahasa-bahasa tersebut, disebut bahasa nada, di mana nada berfungsi untuk membantu membedakan kata dan kategori gramatikal, yaitu di mana karakteristik nada digunakan untuk membedakan suatu kata dari kata yang lain. Ada dua jenis utama dari bahasa nada, register tone atau bahasa nada tingkat, bahasa dan bahasa nada kontur. Bahasa tingkat nada digunakan nada yang rata, yaitu mereka memiliki nada yang relatif stabil yang berbeda dengan dianggap relatif lebih tinggi atau lebih rendah. Third is pitch. The pitch voice is determined by the frequency with the vocal cords vibrates. As Martha 1996 page 14a stage, one's natural average pitch level depends on the size of the vocal cords. In general, men have thicker and longer vocal words than women and children do. As a result, the modal pitch of men's voice is generally lower than that of woman or a child. Yang ketiga adalah pitch. Lapangan suara ditentukan oleh frekuensi getaran suara. Martha dalam 1996 halaman 148 menyatakan tingkat nada rata-rata yang dialami seorang tergantung pada ukuran pita suara. Secara umum, seorang pria memiliki pita suara yang lebih tebal dan lebih panjang daripada wanita dan anak-anak. The first is pitch range. Pitch range is divided into the three parts as high, mild, and low. First, high pitch range indicates as information contrast. For example, I'm going to Harvard. Second, mid pitch, which is the speaker modal speed in use to make a statement in a natural manner. As Brazil, Calder and Jones, 1980, page 116.3 indicates the natural unmarked pitch range. Mean pitch range, which is the speaker's modal speed, is used to make statement in the natural manners. The last is low pitch range, is used when the speakers want to assert that two items in successive tone unit are the sum of equal. For example, told you today. Rentang pitch tentang nada dibagi tiga, tinggi, sedang, dan rendah. Yang pertama, rentang nada tinggi menunjukkan kontras informasi. Misalnya, saya akan pergi ke Harvard dengan nada tinggi. Kedua, rentang nada rendah merupakan modal pitch pembicara digunakan untuk menyatakan secara netral. Yang terakhir, rentang nada yang rendah digunakan ketika pembicara ingin menegaskan bahwa dua item dalam unit nada yang berurutan dalam beberapa hal setara. Next, number 4 is intonation. Intonation is the use of change, rising and falling vocal pitch to convey grammatical information or personal attitude. Intonation is particularly important in expressing question in a spoken English. The three main patterns of intonation in English are falling intonation, rising intonation, and full-rise intonation. A falling intonation describes how the voice falls on the final third syllable of a phrase or a group of words. For example, when the nearest post office. B. Rising intonation describes how the voice rises at the end of sentence. Rising intonation is common in yes/no question. For example, I hear the health center is spawning. So, is that the new doctor? C. Is for rise intonation describes how the voice falls and then rises. Well, will fall rise intonation at the end of statement that we want to say that we are not sure or when we may have more to add. For the example, it rained every day in the first. But things happen after that. Empat, intonasi. Intonasi adalah penggunaan nada vokal yang berubah-ubah naik dan turun untuk menyampaikan informasi, tata bahasa, atau sikap pribadi. Tiga pola intonasi yaitu adalah intonasi turun, intonasi naik, dan intonasi naik turun. Yang A, intonasi turun menggambarkan bagaimana suara jatuh pada suku kata terakhir yang ditekankan dari frasa atau kalimat. B. Intonasi naik menggambarkan bagaimana suara naik di akhir kalimat. C. Intonasi jatuh dan naik menggambarkan bagaimana suara jatuh kemudian naik. The last material is latch. In phonetics, Lengths are quantity of the filter of sound that are distinctly longer than other sound. There are there are there are long vowels as well as long consonants. The latter are often called geminates. The language that distinguishes between different languages have usually long and short sounds. According to some linguists, Estonia and some Sami languages have triphonemic, meaning distinguishing lengths for consonant and vowel. Some Low German or Low Saxon varies in the vicinity of Hamburg, and some Mosel French and Ripuana French varieties do. Thus, strictly speaking, a pair of a long sound and a short sound should be identical except for the length in certain language. However, there are pairs of phonemes that are traditionally considered to be long short pairs, even though they differ not only in length but also in quality. For instance, English long E, which is A as in the fit, versus short I, which is I as in a fit, or German long A, which is A as in bed, garden bed, versus short A, which is A as in bed, sleeping bed. Also, tongue contour may refer the length as in Estonia, where the overlong length is consonant with a tone variety resembling total stress making. In nonlinear phonology, the feature of length is often not a feature of the specific sound segment, but rather the whole syllables. Nomor 5, length. Dalam fonetik, panjang atau kualitas adalah ciri bunyi yang secara khas lebih panjang dari suara lainnya. Ada vokal panjang serta konsonan panjang. Yang terakhir sering disebut geminasi. Sebenarnya, sepasang suara panjang dan suara pendek harus identik, kecuali untuk panjang mereka. Dalam fonologi nonlinear, ciri panjang seringkali bukan ciri bunyi tertentu segmen, melainkan seluruh kata. Thank you. That's all about my explanation. I'm sorry if I have many mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.